on, everybody? I am back with another YouTube video. Now in today's video, guys, I'm going to be doing, once again, another Goosebumps book review. So this weekend I was thinking about what I could make, and then I realized I had a few pages left on my Say Cheese and Die book that I know, and I apologize, I was supposed to do a review quite a while ago, because I know about 2 months ago I started reading it, and if I'm going to be very honest, I'm not that fast at reading books. You know, I technically should have gotten that book done in about 2 weeks. It doesn't take that long to read a Goosebumps book. But I just read it every day in a period in class. And then I finally just today decided to just knock out the rest of the pages and do a book review on them for a video. So I want to make a few announcements before I do this video. I just want to say that I have been very busy lately with school. I've had to, and when I come back from school, I've had to, you know, do a lot of things. I've been very busy with that. I've been trying to go to Tiger Rock a lot. I've been trying to, you know, just watch some movies and relax too and stuff like that. And I've been putting together a club for school as well, which is going to be starting Monday, which is very, very exciting. So if I ever get the film put together, I will try to get it uploaded here on YouTube for you guys to see. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a horror film. It's going to be about a different topic that is kind of like horror related, but I wouldn't call it horror. I would call it more of like a thriller kind of thing, and we're going to see how that goes. I'm really, really excited for that. Those of you who didn't see my community posts, this Halloween, I'm going to be Huntress from Dead by Daylight. So if you can see back here, I have the Huntress mask. I don't know if you can see it on the camera angle, but I'm going to be playing her, and I'm going to be playing Myers for part of the Halloween day. I actually have two things going on Halloween. I'm going to be going to this Halloween maze, so I'll get to scare people, and then of course I'll be able to scare people at my own house, so that's going to be very, very exciting. So I'm probably going to be pretty busy this week, not doing a lot of stuff with YouTube. But I'll try to knock out a few videos this weekend, maybe another video tomorrow, like a Dead by Daylight build, but I'm definitely not going to count on that, so, you know, don't think that it's for sure going to happen, but if I feel like it, I'll definitely knock it out for you guys. So I apologize, I've been very busy, so I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks, but a lot of people liked that ghost debunking video. In fact, people are still watching it, so I'd say that I'm pretty good here with the algorithm. But today, we're going to be doing another Goosebumps book review. And today's Goosebumps book review is going to be about Say Cheese and Die, of course. So, this is the copy that I read off of. Obviously, this is not my best condition copy, because of course I put those on my shelf, but I did get this one. It's just kind of an extra copy that I have that I read out of. And let's start talking about the book. So one thing that I forgot to do out of my other book reviews that I definitely think I should have done was read the backstory behind the book. So let's read the backstory behind the book before we start talking about my thoughts. So it says, every picture tells a story. Greg thinks there is something wrong with the old camera he and his friends found. The photographs keep turning out wrong, very wrong, like the snapshot Greg took of his father's new car that shows it totaled. And then Greg's father is in a nasty wreck. But Greg's friends don't believe him. Sherry even makes Greg bring the camera to her birthday party and take her picture. Only Sherry's not in the photograph when it develops. Is Sherry about to be taken out of the picture permanently? Who is going to take the next fall for the evil camera? So, my thoughts on this book. Now, the nice thing about this book is it's very linear. When it comes to reviewing this book, unlike other books. So I would like to kind of start on my thoughts on the beginning of this book, which I'm amazed that I even remembered. I was going through and thinking about what I could do for the book review, and I'm amazed that I could even remember this because I read like the first 5 chapters on the first few days of school, and then I kind of slowed down, and then I eventually just got back to it. I had to finish a few other books like My Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I'm amazed that I even remembered this. The beginning of the book is a bit confusing, and I think this is one of the major problems that I have with Say Cheese and Die. And don't get me wrong here, I love Say Cheese and Die, but the beginning of the book feels a bit overwhelming. And even if you've watched the episode, which I have, I watched the episode before I read the book. Even if you have watched the episode, it's just very confusing because, first of all, it's not told in first person, which I totally respect, because there are a lot of different characters that the narrator needs to talk about other than just Greg. So there are a lot of characters at the beginning, which makes it very hard to follow. They add in the TV show, they took out one of the friends, which is new in this book, and I believe it's Michael. Because I think Bird was in the episode. I thought it was Michael who was in the episode, but I think it's Bird. But they add an additional friend in the book, which even though they made the TV show after, I felt it was kind of unnecessary to add an extra friend. I felt like the three people we were always focused on were Bird, Sherry, and Greg. We were never really too focused on Michael at all, so I think he was just kind of like an undeveloped side character that we never really got to learn much about. So it was just kind of a filler character, which just automatically added a little bit of confusion at the beginning of the book. So when you read the first 5 chapters of this book, you're going to be like, okay, who is who here? Because, obviously they're going down to that basement, they find the camera and everything, and you're just like, okay, yeah, they're a group of friends, but who's our main character? What's going on here? So it's a little bit confusing the first 5 chapters, but then once you get after the part where they find the camera, you start to understand what is going on, and that's when the good stuff happens. And the thing that I like about this book is that they made the pictures make sense. So, like, instead of them just taking pictures like, oh yeah, I know this could be bad, they made it so that they took it on accident, or their friend was pressuring them to take the pictures, which I really, really liked. And there were a few different things from the book than the TV show, which I really, really liked. I really liked how in the book you had some different pictures that they took that had different outcomes than in the TV show. I really like when the book is different from the movie so that there's something new that you can see. Like when Sherry disappeared from the picture, it was at a different setting at her birthday party rather than then just running away from a bunch of bullies and then Sherry randomly coming out and asking them to take a picture of her. That just seems a little bit odd for the TV show, to be honest with you. But at least the book summarizes it a little bit better so that it makes sense. And there's just a lot of good moments in this book. I really like the suspense in the book when you have them driving on the highway with the new station wagon, because you're like, they could get in a car accident, and then you have that part where it's like, oh, they swerved over and they survived, and you're like, whoa, okay, what's happening here? Like, is the camera really evil? It kind of confuses you a bit. So, and then eventually the dad does get in an accident after he takes a picture, or no, he's getting home and Terry calls him or whatever, something like that. So like it kind of tricks you a little bit with what you think is going to happen with the pictures, and it doesn't make it so obvious, you know what I mean? And besides Michael, there is a lot of character development. I think you can definitely tie with some of the characters in this book. I really like Greg. He's one of my favorite characters. And for once, it isn't just a brother and a sister in the book. It's something different. It's a group of friends. There's no siblings. Because I kind of get tired of a lot of the Goosebumps books where it's like, okay, he has a younger sister, so there's going to be conflict here. It's something different, a different idea, rather than that same thing that R.L. Stine tends to use in a lot of his Goosebumps books, no offense. So it's something different there. And once you get to the end of the book, I really, really like how, like, Spidey, you realize that Spidey really wasn't the enemy all along. Like, you don't feel like Spidey was necessarily the enemy. You feel kind of empathetic for him, and you can kind of understand why he would want to keep it a secret from him and why he wouldn't want him to leave. So, you kind of learn that maybe it's not this mysterious guy that they've been seeing throughout the book here and there, but it's just the camera itself. It's the guy who invented it, who is his lab partner. I like how they did something different with the book and the TV show once again. The TV show kind of leaned more for Dr. Fredericks, I should say, or Spidey. They kind of leaned for him being more of the evil one, because they didn't really give a backstory on his lab partner, he just said that I created it, and it turned out to be evil or whatever. I need to watch the episode again because the episode is really, really, really good. And I honestly don't know what I like better, the book or the episode. But yeah, I think that's all I really need to talk about for this book. There's not a lot to say about it. It's just a really, really good book. All I can say is that if you're looking to read this book, the first few chapters are going to be a bit confusing, not too, great, not too suspenseful. It just kind of starts out, and you really, this book has to explain a lot of stuff to get you to where you fully understand what's going on, you know who everybody is, and things like that. But once it gets to the middle of the book where you have that climactic part, you're going to just have a lot of suspenseful moments with the pictures and things like that. And then you get that nice ending with Sherry and Greg, and then Michael eventually comes in, and then they do that little plot twist where Mickey and the other dude, the bullies I should say, they come in and they take that photo, and you know that Spidey is going to come back now that they took that photo, especially if you watch the TV show. You know that Spidey's going to come back and he's happy about it. So it's a really, really, really good book. I don't think this is one of the books that I don't think really deserved it. It didn't really need a sequel, but Say Cheese and Die Again, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm definitely going to read it. So Say Cheese and Die, really, really good book. If I had to rank it 1 through 10, I would probably give it a solid 7 or 8, in between 7 and 8, because like I said, there are a few problems with this book as well as the TV show. And I'm not going to go based off of the TV show here, but there is a few problems, especially at the beginning of the book. But other than that, really, really great book. Obviously, the first few books are always going to be the best for R.L. Stine because he just has so many ideas, and the first few books just felt really original compared to, going on in the original series. So the next book that I will be reviewing hopefully will be Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, but if I want to go ahead so that I can just keep the series going, because I can just go back and switch these in order again, I'm going to do Let's Get Invisible. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Remember, stay tuned for more book reviews. Hopefully they'll be coming pretty soon. So like I said just a few seconds ago, the next book I'm going to be reading is The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, but I am reading an I Survived book, so it'll be a little bit before I get that review in. So if I decide to, I might just pop out a Let's Get Invisible review and just keep the book reviews going here so that we don't have to wait another 2 months for me to read that book, because let's be honest, it's going to take me a while to get that book done. So make sure you stay tuned for more book reviews. Hopefully I will do a stream tonight. If I decide to, I'll do a stream tonight. I'll try to get with some friends. I think that'll be a lot better because my stream yesterday was just absolutely horrible. And I think I'm definitely going to go through and probably delete some of the streams that I have privated. Definitely just unnecessary that I have them up there in the first place. So stay tuned. I might have a stream tonight. Hopefully, like I said, I can get some friends together. And maybe tomorrow I'll do another book review or a Dead by Daylight build video, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, guys, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.